Alright, we are back with our last episode of our 2020 guide to Divinity Original Sin 2, the definitive edition. Which is good, because with the rate I've been going, by the time this gets uploaded, it'll be like New Year's Eve or some shit. It's been going slow. I don't know. I'm going to try and upload them all before the end of 2020, just because it's the 2020 guide. But, yeah, been putting it off. Anyway, we're here, finally, at last, the last episode, which we already shot with the Mumbo crew. But I don't know. I could re-upload that one. Anyway, we're here. I'm going to show you how this fight can go. Keeping in mind that we are on honor mode here. So there are 3 ways that this end battle can go. I want to show all 3 of those ways, but, you know, we're on honor mode, so if one character here dies, it's gonna be a little rough to try and show you the other 2. So, I'm gonna show you the quickest, most efficient way to do it first. It's also not really the hardest, but it's the one that requires the most well-built party. Then I'm going to show you the second way to do it, which is going to be still faster than the normal way to do it, but still a little bit challenging. And then I'll show you the, intended way, I guess, the way you'd probably do it if you're just going blind. Which, if you're watching this, you're not going in blind. So, but there are 3 winning ways to do this. Now, normally, we would have Fane go first. He's our high initiative guy. And we could still do that, but I want to group everybody up and immobilize them, which we could do with Fane, but it'd be a little tricky. So I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely think that Losa or Sabile nuking is going to be our best bet. I'm going to just skip through the dialogue here. You can read the dialogue for yourself. But, you know, I'm showing you the combat. This is kind of a combat showcase guide. Now, for this part here, we want Lucian. Lucian's going next. We want him to not kill us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Time Warp right away. And then I'm going to follow that up with our White Tea, extra 2 max AP, so that when he gets his turn next turn, he'll have 8, because he's got Glass Cannon. Alright. So this turn I'm going to actually boost up Losa with Haste and with Peace of Mind, so that when she gets her turn, it'll be, you know, a more useful turn. And then with Fane, we're going to go and take the giant stock of teleportation scrolls that you should have by the end of the game. I mean, it's not massive. I have 10 here and 3 there. Yes, I have 13 teleportation scrolls. Not like a huge amount, but definitely enough for one encounter here. So we're going to teleport Lucian right next to Brachus over there. Okay, now I get my extra turn. Now, let's see. Does Spider Legs not cost anything? That's right, I'm thinking the old, before Definitive Edition, where it was 1 and 1. Now it's just 2 points there. Okay. So I'm going to go with 2 1-point things here, just because I'm going to swap over T's in a second. So we got that right there, and then I don't know if I'm going to be using Sparks or not for this particular section, but I need something that only costs 1 AP. So it's either going to be Sparks or some other little buff. That's going to be 2. Apotheosis still gives us a stat boost. Could pop that for 1 AP. Oh, you know what? Yeah, can we... No, that's 2 AP. Well... I don't have ambidextrous. Yeah. I didn't plan this out as much as I should have here, obviously. Alright, tell you what, let's throw on Sparks. Fane might need it as a follow-up here. I hope he doesn't, but it's possible that he will. Alright, so after that, we're gonna do our green tea. So now we can start teleporting people for only 1 AP. Gonna make this... Actually, why am I doing that? I need Dallas to go over there. And now we're going to just keep teleporting people. We want most of them focused around Vreedeman, if we can. Looks good. There we go. So they're all stacked up right there. And what is his health looking like? Okay, so Lucian, no physical armor. Dallas has a little bit of physical armor. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use Battle Stomp just to knock down Lucian and Brackus, because we don't want them getting a turn. If it happens to knock anyone else down, awesome. But if it doesn't, you know, that's fine too. Alright, so then Dallas we're going to need to inweb her. Did that not knock him down? Alright, well then... we'll have to knock him down. There we go. Okay. And then we actually want them to not take a whole lot there. I do want him to take a little bit more than that, though. There we go. We can. So we don't want him to fall below 20% health is the main thing. But that's not going to do it. That's just going to get him a little bit closer, which is actually fine. As long as he doesn't die, we're good. Although we did want to keep some fodder down there. Oh well, it doesn't really matter that much. So all we're going to do with Los's turn is find a Tremor Grenade in the other tab. Tremor Grenade. And then we're actually just going to buff up Losa, because Losa's the one who is going to actually be doing the killing here. Did I say? I meant Sabille. I don't think I said Sabille. I think I said Losa and I meant Sabille. There we go. And then I should probably get rid of all that fire there, so do that. Didn't get rid of all the fire, just got rid of most of the fire. Okay. And I don't want to kill this person. So my instinct was to use Dust Blast, but nope, not going to do that. We're actually going to... We want Brackus to take some damage, but we don't want him to die. That's the main thing here. So, let's see. Assuming Ivan crits, because he's got an 80% crit chance. What's his crit damage at 185? So it's less than double. So if this goes, that'll be 36. Yeah, I don't think he can take 3 of those hits. That's gonna be 2,000. He can take a hit from that. So we're gonna have him get hit with a Sky Shot there. That looks lovely. That actually might be the perfect amount. Is there anything else we can buff up Sabille's damage with? I don't think so. I'm looking at just like the general buffs. Yeah. Alright. Alright, end her turn. Alright, so now Sabille. I'm gonna get that 10% damage boost. Alright, and extra action point. And we're also gonna get elemental affinity there. We're gonna have her... Do I have any... She's at 88% crit. So we're gonna bump that up to 99. Yeah, 99. That's good enough, I guess. Do I want to use Apotheosis just to boost up her damage a little? Yes, I do, but since we have a scroll and this is the last combat in the game, we're gonna use a scroll to save a little bit of action points. We're going to use Adrenaline right there. Alright, so here is the plan. Bloodstorm here is going to do 1,500 to 1,700, so we'll say, we'll average 16-ish, 1,650-ish by the looks of it. I don't want to do the exact math, but it'll do around 1,600. And then it's going to crit, so it's going to deal, what's her crit damage going to be? So 1,600, that's going to be a little bit more, so it'll be like 24. We'll call it 25 just to round to an easy number. So I need to hit Vreedeman here 4 times with that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 targets right here. So that is actually perfect. Assuming that they all crit. Now they might not all crit. This one is going to deal a lot more damage, but it's only going to deal it 1 chunk. Alright, so here's the deal. The plan is use Bloodstorm and then immediately use Grasp of the Starved. So actually, in the spirit of immediately using it, I'm just going to put it on something like that I can do a quick key to. Just trying to go with that, and then spamming that equal sign. Hit that, boom. There we go. So if you kill them outright, or if you get them, yeah, actually you have to kill them outright. It skips through here. You can go through the dialogue. If you have max attitude with everybody, you can just one your way through. And then you can decide to fulfill your destiny as Godwoken and become the new divine. Then you get a cutscene, which I'm going to skip. And then you're on the boat. And then you go talk to the figurehead, I believe, up at the front. Alright, this thing here. And then game is done. Finished. That's it. However, we can also show the other couple of ways to beat this. Now, I didn't realize I could just barely tap that water and I'll be plunged into combat. Actually, it sounds like it still has the boat music from when I just hit reload. So we are going to show you the second... Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember which way was up next. Do large wits. I'm going to do that. Then Phoenix dive. Okay. So, the other way to do this, so we killed them outright, so they didn't go to the cutscene in the last section, which you can only do with, like, the big source skills for the most part. So they want you, Dallas and Lucian, to give up your source, and, let's see. Yeah, I need to actually... Oh, there we go. Yeah, so tell Ivan, if you have Ivan in your party, tell him that the squabbles that they have aren't really important in the sense of the grand scheme of things. You need high, yeah. Ivan's one of them you do need super high attitude with. Alright, so if you say you're going to surrender your source for the good of Rivlon, because they are actually kind of the good guys. Nobody's really a good guy in this game, but they're the very light shade of gray, I guess. They'll be like, Lucian and Dallas will be like, yeah, let's do this. Yes. Then Vreedeman / Brachus is going to be like, so this is kind of the dial, even if, I don't know why there's even a persuasion check there. It doesn't really do anything. So this would normally be what happens when you get him to like 20% or Dallas to 20%. Or 25%. Doesn't really matter. I disabled that. Why did he level up? I 100% disabled that mod. Why did it just give him the... Oh, it leveled him down because I took off the mod. Oh, okay. So is that just him then that got leveled down to the normal level? Maybe. Because I saved it after they had already auto-leveled up, because that mod was on. Anyway, it doesn't really matter if he's at level 20, 21. That's just the armor and health now that he would have at 20, which is what it normally is in the base game. I actually had it harder than the base game when they were at 21. Anyway, so he pulls you into this area, summons up a Kraken, or the Kraken, which is why the Kraken has plot armor earlier in Act 4. And then the Kraken spits out Isbale, Linderkem, and the Sallow Man. After those three, he just starts spitting out, like, Black Ring minions and stuff. Alright. And my plan is... Oh, and also when you do it this way, Dallas, Lucian, the two Magister? Yeah, the two Magisters and the Geist are all on your team. So this is the second easiest way to go about it. If he hits... God, you hit Fane with that son of a bitch. That's like one of the very few things he's not immune to with all his extra stuff. Alright, then we'll just... No, he didn't cast Sparks. Oh, Fane is hella useless right now. Okay. I guess we'll just kill Salamand with physical damage then. Once again, because you should have a stockpile at this point in the game. I'm like, this is the time to use all your overpowered stuff, so I'm going to use that green tea, and I'm just going to murder the Salamand over here. Maybe murder was a bit strong. I'm going to incapacitate the Salamand over here. And I guess I may as well do a little bit of damage to Linder. Yeah, and then Lucian will bless everybody, get rid of that contamination, all that good stuff. Alright. And then we'll have Losa pop over here. And then, oh, does she not have adrenaline? She does not. Does she have a point? She has a point in Scoundrel, but no adrenaline. So I'm just gonna learn adrenaline on the fly. Glad I had room for that. She's gonna pop that. Then she's going to use Thunderstorm on these two. But, again, we gotta use all our fancy stuff. Where I can never... There we go. So now that should only be 2 AP, yep. And that's only going to be 1 AP, so we're just going to put these two right next to each other so they get hit by each other's Thunderstorm proc. I don't think there's another enemy we can hit over here. You can kill the Kraken over here. I'm not going to bother with that because it's just an extra layer of annoyance that I don't want to do. Alright, and then... What are they at? 3,000, about 2,000. We have the low ground, so I don't think this is gonna do a little bit less damage than normal. But the rain might... It'll stun Isbale, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but not Brachus. And we're all blessed up from Lucian. Dallas is going to do her dragon thing over there. I don't know why she always goes over there. That's like the least advantageous spot. Come on. Alright, that's good enough, I suppose. Especially considering I'm going to be running over here and also using that green tea because there's no reason not to. Oh, the path's interrupted. What in the hell are you talking about? Oh, there's just an invisible wall there? I did not realize that. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to, if that path is interrupted too, this is some malarkey. Did I get out of the way of whatever invisible wall was over there? No. Alright, well, let's hit Linder Chem then. And that okay. Let's kill the Salamand then. You know, for how many times I've done this, you'd think I'd be able to, like, improv a little bit more accurately with what my plan is. I guess that wouldn't be improv. I don't know. Whatever. You'd think I'd have this more planned out. So they're going to go over there. And as soon as you kill Brachus, by the way, it just ends. Like, it's just done at that point. Now, I was going to say Fane doesn't have Peace of Mind, so we give it to Losa and she'll pass him up, but Fane has this large wits potion, and he has 5-star Diner, so it's giving him 22 wits. So Peace of Mind isn't going to change our turn order at all. So, then what we're going to do is we're going to have Sabile just clean out Linderchem and Salamand so that I don't have to worry about them. Yeah, the Magisters do a little bit. They're mostly, like, distractions for the things the Kraken summons. But I guess they could be... Like, they deal a little bit. Well, yeah, the Geist does deal some decent physical damage on Brachus. Alright, let's... I was gonna say let's use wings, but... yeah, let's use wings. Why not? We never use wings in battle. If this was going to be a combat that I thought would take several turns, I'd be like, yeah, use wings. And I'm actually going to hit Losa with Time Warp, so that her Thunderstorm turn 2 and 3 go at the same time. Do that. We're going to hit Isbale with the old Challenger-Rooney there. We're going to use Adrenaline. Sparks. And then did he use the T? He did use the T. Okay. Then we're gonna smack the shit out of Brachus. And where is his... She's not in murder health range. That is upsetting. Okay, and Brachus is way down in the turn order, so we're fine. Yeah, Lucian just kind of teleports. Oh, and he gets the kill on Isbale. Okay, okay. And he got the kill on Brachus. Okay, yeah, Lucian just... Oh yeah, the speedrunners, when they do it on story mode, explorer mode, whatever they do, they just have feign Time Warp Lucian and teleport him next to Brachus, and he kills him. Alright, well, we're going to go load it up again and show you the third hardest way that combines the other two that we just saw. Alright, so it turns out I'm an idiot. And when I said, hey, we're going to show you the third way, I meant to hit F8 and quick load, and I thought what I did was hit F8 and then get up and go to the bathroom while it loads. What I actually did was I hit F5 and did a quick save instead of a quick load on honor mode. So here we are. Those are the two easier ways to do it. I'm on honor mode. I really legitimately can't hop back and redo that. That's kind of upsetting. That's what I get for taking a couple weeks off between recording stuff. Is I get sloppy. Sloppier. Okay. So, yeah, you could try the third way if you want. I wouldn't try it on honor mode, because I was a little nervous going into it, even though I have a whole bunch of tea and potions and stuff. But, yeah, so the third way would be you do the first fight without actually getting Brachus or Dallas down, and then you do what we saw in the second fight here, only you do it with Dallas and Lucian and the Magisters fighting against you instead of with you. But again, as soon as Brachus dies, I think it still ends it. I don't think you have to kill Lucian and Dallas even in that one. Though it's honestly been a very long time since I did it that way. So don't quote me on that, which is not a good thing to say when this is supposed to be a guide. But whatever, it's a hobby guide. I'm not making money off this. Doesn't have to be professional. So anyway, I'm going to show the... oh, I did claim it. I guess I was gonna say I could just let the God King take over and show you the bad ending. But, I can't even do that right here. Yeah, so you can, become the new divine, give source back to the people, allow everybody to be purged. If you allow yourself and everybody to be purged, there'll be a silent monk for, like, 10 minutes, and then Malady goes, oh, I'm gonna fix this, and then she fixes it. You don't have source, but, you know, it's the end of the game, you don't need it. Yeah. Alright, well this is where I accidentally hit save instead of load, so then I did hit reload. So I'm going to show the bad ending, I guess. Yeah, skip through that, and then... I don't know why it goes from Feign talking to Losa. I mean, I know they were both the ones I created at character creation, but... Alright, so we're going to say if there's going to be a new divine, it's not going to be me. Then it goes to your other player-created characters. If you're playing in co-op, I mean, you're going to have two separate screens, so I think you both get those at the same time. And if you both choose to be divine, you'll actually fight the other player for the title of Divine. You kill them, but then when you're on the ship at the end, you're both alive. So I don't know, Malady just goes, hey, I'm going to bring you back, because plot convenience. But keep in mind, if you're playing co-op and you do decide to fight each other for the title of Divine, you'll each have the person or people that you personally recruited. So I think both of these two were recruited by Fane for this playthrough. So if you were going to fight each other and you're playing co-op, I mean, if there's more than, like if there's 3 people that have player-created characters and one person recruited the 4th character, that one person's going to have an advantage because they'll be able to control 2 of them in that last combat, and the other people only have 1. If you're doing it like this, where Fane recruited both of these 2 and Lohse didn't recruit either, and they both want to claim Divinity, Lohse would be by herself, Fane would have Sabille and Knife with him. So just keep that in mind if you're playing co-op. Yeah. Also, if you have... Yeah, never mind. There's some demon endings with Lohse and stuff that could happen here as well. Anyway, I'm going to show you the bad ending if you just don't choose to claim Divinity. So Fane also, or all of your player-created characters say, I'm not going to be Divine. Then the God King pops up. And, yeah, he takes over. So then this cutscene here, instead of being all triumphant, it is just the God King took over and the world is bad. And if you want to see that, there's like 1,000 videos already of just that cutscene. But then when you get to the ship, instead of it being all bright, it's kind of gloomy looking as well. But the official end of the game happens when you come up here and talk to the Lady Vengeance. You can ask for like a recap of, or no, I think it just gives you a recap of other things. I thought I sucked the source out of Sir Laura so he'd stop bugging me. I don't know why he's still up here. Come up here. Good to see. Yeah, I think you do that. Another cutscene. And this fills you in on every character's ending that's still alive. It's usually pretty accurate. But, yeah, that is the end of the game. And after that, it goes here, rolls credits, and it takes you back to the main menu. So that is it. I might load up a different game, show you some other variant ending possibilities with Audra Malik and such. But that is the end of the 2020 Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition Guide. I don't know why that guy's name is all different colors.